Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. The New England Highway remains closed in both directions following a serious crash at Ravensworth. 3 cars and a truck collided about 20 past 6. Multiple emergency services are at the scene, and it's likely the highway will remain closed for some time. Diversions are in place via Leppington Road and the Golden Highway and Denman Road. A major campaign to encourage the use of seatbelts on buses will begin in the wake of the Hunter Valley bus tragedy. Clinton Maynard reports.
10 people had been celebrating a wedding when a coach tipped over at a roundabout. The tragedy sparked a renewed campaign for seatbelts on buses. While the report into safety isn't recommending seatbelts be installed on all buses, it is suggesting the rollout on school buses in regional areas and outer metropolitan areas continue, and with it a major campaign to encourage passengers to use them, while operators will have an obligation to tell passengers about their mandatory use when they're fitted. The government is accepting the interim report's recommendations. Transport Minister Joe Halen says seatbelts save lives, and if one is available on a bus, it must be used.
The federal court has dismissed accusations Environment Minister Tanya Plibersek failed to consider the climate risk posed by a proposal to expand the Mount Pleasant coal mine at Muswellbrook. The Environment Council of Central Queensland fears the judgment clears the way for the minister to ignore climate change in her risk assessment for all future coal and gas projects. If Mac Energy's plan to expand Mount Pleasant is approved, it would become the largest open-cut coal mine in New South Wales. Council President Christine Carlisle is urging the minister not to rush ahead with any new coal projects.
On these 2 proposals that we had, one of which is that Mount Pleasant mine and the other was the Narrabri mine, she still has not made a final approval on those 2. And I think the Environment Minister has one job, and I want her, that job is to protect the environment, and I wish that's what she would do.
A 61-year-old man is expected to be charged with several offences after allegedly crashing into several objects and vehicles at Shortland while driving completely naked. It's alleged he drove on the wrong side of Sandgate Road and drove directly at police. The wild ride ended when the car ploughed into a VW utility. Luckily, no one was seriously injured. Police say a roadside breath test of the man returned a reading more than 4 times the legal limit. With National Nutrition Week right around the corner, Hunter residents are being encouraged to improve their eating habits. Researchers at the Hunter Medical Research Institute are using the campaign as an opportunity to promote the importance of eating 5 serves of vegetables and 2 serves of fruit per day. Laureate Professor Claire Collins says although locals struggle to eat healthy meals, there are ways to improve fruit and vegetable consumption.
And we've got great tips for things like keeping a piece of fruit in your handbag, trying to have fruit as snacks, adding a little bit on your breakfast cereal. Or if you're struggling to eat vegetables, then just hide them into the things that you're already making.
Meanwhile, Professor Collins has been awarded the University of Newcastle's Alumni Medal for Professional Excellence overnight for her work leading a global team of research dietitians, which has led to the development of personalised food and nutrition e-health tools. Also recognised were Mark and Kiralee Hughes for their fundraising efforts toward brain cancer research, while 2006 communications graduate and country music star Morgan Evans won the prestigious Newton-John Alumni Medal.
2NURFM Sport.
The Upper Hunters' Lachlan Walmsley says he's got what it takes to play in the English Super League, with one club already showing interest for 2024. The 25-year-old is still signed for a 3rd campaign with Halifax Panthers, but says he'd like to further his chances of playing Super League. Walmsley says he's been approached by Wakefield Trinity, but time will tell if an agreement can be reached. Newcastle cricketer Sam Bates will play alongside Manly on Sunday before making her return to the Thunder. Bates missed the opening rounds of the National 50-over season with a stress fracture in her foot, but says she's hoping to put her injury behind her. Kindbar Greyhound trainer Robert Howard says Time to Go will put up a fight in tonight's Young Star final as part of the $1 Million Chase Grand Final. And the Newcastle Jets women's side will face the Central Coast Mariners tomorrow in their first clash since 2010. And the winning numbers in Powerball are 1, 6, 10, 20, 21, 31 and 35, and the Powerball is 13. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.